They may have some big names, but they couldn't keep these notable ones. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrities who've left Scientology. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at celebrities who joined, dabbled in, or showed interest in Scientology before leaving it for good. We'll only be including well-known individuals on this list, so people like Jenna Miscavige-Hill will not be included, despite their bravery.
That was the only option I had. I mean, they had taken everything else away from me. They'd taken away my family. They'd moved me away from my friends.
Number 10. Jerry Seinfeld. While Seinfeld never officially joined the church, he has admitted to dabbling in Scientology.
You're telling the world, I give up. I can't compete in normal society. I'm miserable, so I might as well be comfortable.
Seinfeld told Access Hollywood's Billy Bush that he enjoyed experimenting in self-help when he was in his 20s, which included studying karate, yoga, meditation, and Aikido.
So how's your karate class going?
Karate, Jerry, karate. It's the lifetime pursuit of balance and harmony.
But with punching and kicking.
However, that list also includes Scientology. Seinfeld admits to only taking a few Scientology courses, but claims that he enjoyed it nonetheless. As Seinfeld was more interested in experimenting than committing to one specific practice, he left Scientology to pursue other avenues of self-help.
Boy, those Scientologists, they can be pretty sensitive.
Number 9. Brad Pitt. While the church has one of the biggest movie stars in Tom Cruise, they nearly snagged another A-lister in Brad Pitt. In the early 1990s, Brad Pitt dated Juliette Lewis, a self-identified Scientologist who worked with Pitt on California and the TV movie Too Young to Die.
No friend when you see one?
I think I do.
According to Jenna Miscavige-Hill, who left the church in 2005, Brad Pitt, quote, took the first step towards Scientology while dating Lewis.
At first, he wasn't really interested, but while he was dating Juliette Lewis, he actually did come in and he did some courses. And then he found out it really wasn't for him.
However, the couple broke up sometime around 1993, and Pitt lost all interest in the church soon after. Lewis still identifies as a Christian and Scientologist to this day.
It's also things we've done ourselves, you know, where you do something and you're like, I should know better than this.
Number 8. William S. Burroughs. William S. Burroughs was an important figure in the Beat generation of authors.
Well, it's always to be remembered that junk or any kind of opiate is a painkiller, and therefore it will lessen your perception of reality.
He penned notable works like Junkie, which is considered an important book on addiction, and Naked Lunch, which Time called one of the best English-language novels written between 1923 and 2005.
What do you mean it's a literary high?
It's a Kafka high. You feel like a bug.
After publishing these seminal works, Burroughs joined Scientology and vouched for its philosophies of self-help. However, he soon grew disinterested after realizing that it did not accept criticism or discussion, and left the church. Burroughs would later have fierce debates with Scientologists in the letters section of Rolling Stone magazine.
I have nowhere else to go.
Number 7. Don Simpson. Don Simpson was one half of Simpson and Bruckheimer, the production team known for making a bunch of hit movies like Flashdance, Beverly Hills Cop, and Top Gun.
I feel the need for speed.
In the 1970s, before he made his big break in Hollywood, Simpson was full-on committed to practicing Scientology.
It was a lot of fun. Go to church 3 times a week, get on your knees on a concrete floor. Thank God for the fact that he didn't kill you that day.
In Janet Reitman's book, Inside Scientology, the story of America's most secretive religion, she sources an interview from 1993 in which Simpson claims to have nearly gone clear after spending $25,000 on the church. However, he instead left after realizing that he blew a ton of money on what was, in his view, a con.
I knew they were full of shit, and I wanted to get out of there as fast as I could.
Number 6. Katie Holmes. Mimi Rogers and Katie Holmes are notable as ex-wives of Tom Cruise, but they're also notable as high-profile ex-members of his church. In fact, it was actually Rogers who introduced Cruise to Scientology. As for Holmes, she became, quote, really excited about Scientology when she began dating Cruise in 2005, and made claims that it was making her a better person. Holmes and Cruz married in a Scientologist ceremony in 2006. Holmes split with both Cruz and the church nearly 6 years later, and cited fears of being followed and intimidated by Scientologists and living in a constant state of anxiety as a result.
The Examiner also asks if Holmes ever indicated that she divorced Cruz in order to protect Suri from Scientology, to which Cruz said that was one of her assertions, yes.
Number 5. Jason Lee.
Do good things and good things happen to you. Do bad things and it'll come back to haunt you.
Making a name for himself on the big screen in projects like the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, and on the small screen as Earl Hickey in My Name is Earl, Jason Lee was once one of the most famous Scientologists. Lee was married to photographer Carmen Llewellyn from 1995 to 2001, but they allegedly split after Llewellyn read a book that critiqued Scientology.
It became very apparent, if you're not into Scientology, we do not exist.
According to her, Lee sent her a disconnection letter after learning of her betrayal.
Ain't no use running, fool. I know where your mama parks your house.
Lee later moved to Denton, Texas with his family and admitted to its local paper, The Dentonite, that he is not currently practicing Scientology. Number 4. Christopher Reeve. Superman himself was almost a Scientologist. Before making a name for himself as Superman on the big screen, Reeve briefly dabbled in Scientology and partook in a few auditing sessions. According to Reeve, he managed to fool the e-meter device and told a story from Greek mythology during one of his auditing sessions.
I never lie.
After the Scientologists believed his Greek mythology story, he grew disillusioned with the organization and wrote in his memoir, quote, "The fact that I got away with a blatant fabrication completely devalued my faith in the process."
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
Number 3. Lisa Marie Presley.
The problem with me is that nobody ever tells me what to do. Oh my God, I would rebel. I mean, I would be like their worst nightmare.
The only child of Elvis and Priscilla Presley, Lisa Marie followed in her father's musical footsteps by releasing 3 studio albums between 2003 and 2012. She also gained notoriety by marrying notable celebrities like Nicolas Cage and Michael Jackson.
And just think, nobody thought this would last.
Presley was introduced to Scientology as a child and became an important member of the organization, developing the literacy, education, and ability program within the church. But by 2008, Presley began to grow disinterested in the organization and officially left it in 2016. Her mother, as well as her daughter Riley Keough, meanwhile, remain in the church. Number 2. Paul Haggis.
I was ashamed of my own stupidity, of how I could have been so purposely blind for so many years.
Paul Haggis is an Academy Award-winning screenwriter known for penning movies like Casino Royale, $1 Million Baby, and Crash. Haggis joined Scientology when he was in his early 20s and remained with the church for over 30 years. Until he grew disillusioned with its beliefs and policies, the smear campaigns against its defectors, and its vocal support of the banning of same-sex marriage.
Suggesting that, you should be able to think for yourself and then tell you exactly how you have to think or get out. And if you get out, there will be consequences.
It was this that eventually led Haggis to leave the church. Haggis would later appear in the documentary Going Clear, Scientology and the Prison of Belief, to make fun of the religion he had devoted half of his life to.
And I'm going, what? The f*** are you talking about? I'm down for the self-help stuff. I'm down for, okay, I can be clear. I can get rid of the negative emotions. But what the f*** is this?
Number 1. Leah Remini.
As you go and as you get further and further indoctrinated, you can't get out without huge damage to yourself and to your family. And if you decide to leave and speak out, as most do, their policies say to attack.
Leah Remini is undoubtedly Scientology's most well-known defector. Best known for her role in The King of Queens and the CBS talk show The Talk, Remini was introduced to Scientology when she was 9 years old and subsequently defended Scientology in interviews.
If the crap works, the crap works. If it don't work, people won't go.
Is it working for you?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it works for me. Yeah.
However, Remini left the church in 2013 due to its numerous controversies and for refusing to allow criticism of its leader, David Miscavige. She's since become a devout anti-Scientology activist, releasing a memoir and an Emmy Award-winning documentary detailing the problems with the church.
Not only does it turn its back on you, but it goes after you. It tries to destroy you, and then it tries to take away the family that you were fighting to keep together.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.